The iPhone 17e is official. Apple's cheapest iPhone is here, and I'm going to tell you everything you need to know because Apple just announced it. And since you already follow me, you know that this week Apple will be presenting several products. And they started off strong with the new iPhone 17e and the new iPad Air. So if you want to know everything Apple presented today, straight to the point and in a friendly way, stay until the end of this video because you'll find out everything new from Apple. My friends, how are you? I'm Andres Neshudo, and as you saw, now it's official. Apple has already introduced to the world the new budget iPhone, as people call it, but that doesn't make it any less powerful, as well as a new iPad Air. I'll tell you all you need to know about the iPhone 17e, which I saw with Neshudo. So go grab something to drink, make yourself comfortable, and tell me what you're drinking. I'm going to have an Americano. Today, around 10 in the morning, Apple released a statement on their official website announcing the launch of the new iPhone 17e. And there's some really good news, like for example, the price is going to stay exactly the same as the previous version, the 16e. This is really good news because you're going to get a lot of new updates for the same price. And now that you have all the context, let me tell you everything about this new Apple iPhone. Don't forget to tell me what you're drinking while you watch the video. Now, Apple has just announced today the new iPhone 17e, their entry-level iPhone, which promises us much faster performance. A more advanced camera system, and I say camera because it only has one camera in case you were expecting two, and better durability. The best part is that it keeps the same price. Stay until the end because I'm gonna tell you what it is, and it starts right here. 256GB, which means now it's double the capacity and much more. One of the most anticipated changes is, or was, the design. Because remember that this iPhone is already official. And many of us wanted to see Dynamic Island, but the bad news is that the notch stayed. But look, I insist, it's actually pretty good because for the price it has, I think it's very good, and this way they can differentiate it from the other models. So, in terms of design, it's practically the same as last year's, the 16e, the iPhone 17e this year is practically the same design. The changes here are minimal. It's made of aerospace grade aluminum and it's water and dust resistant thanks to its IP68 certification. The front part is also made of ceramic shield too, so it's more resistant to scratches, and it also has a new anti-reflective technology. So you can see your screen better in bright situations. The iPhone 17e, which Apple just announced, features a Super Retina Extreme Dynamic Range display, which is basically an organic light-emitting diode screen, where the blacks are perfect, the colors are perfect, so you're going to have really good colors on this iPhone. Right off the bat, the only bad thing is that if you were expecting Dynamic Island, well, you already know this isn't the year for Dynamic Island for this iPhone, but do you have more models? What it does have is a display. A great piece of news is that this iPhone comes with the A19 chip, which is the same chip that the iPhone 17 models introduced last year have at the end of last year. So it's a pretty powerful chip, and thanks to it, you'll be able to run all your iOS 26 apps smoothly and powerfully. As well as Apple Intelligence, because this iPhone was designed to be able to run Apple Intelligence iOS 26 and all its features too. Thanks to this new chip, the iPhone 17e is up to twice as fast and powerful as the iPhone 11. And don't go anywhere, because before we continue, I want to talk to you about our sponsors for this video. Holafly. Hey, since travel season is already here, I want to tell you about Holafly, which is a site where you can get an eSIM to travel around the world. You can also do it through the app. They also have a global eSIM, and there's a new product called Holafly Plans, which is a global monthly subscription that covers more than 160 destinations. With your Holafly eSIM, you'll be able to stay connected in more than 200 destinations with unlimited data. There are more than 15 regional eSIMs and a global eSIM, plus there are custom daily plans and hotspot features. And you'll have peace of mind knowing there are no hidden costs and a support team with real people available 24/7. Installing your Holafly eSIM is super easy. Plus, if you use the link I leave in the description, you'll get a special benefit just for being part of this wonderful community. So, you know, Holafly is a great option when it comes to traveling. Alright, Let's continue with this adventure, getting back to the power of this new iPhone. It also comes with the new C1X chip for the first time. This is Apple's latest generation cellular chip that enables connectivity in this phone. And thanks to this chip, it makes it 30% more efficient. And with this, not like the charge it in 30 minutes. AliExpress and Sodara Bros Philips brings the Tibetas. It's cool. It's because this iPhone has MagSafe. The iPhone 17e, the cheap iPhone, is compatible with MagSafe wireless charging technology, which also lets you connect other accessories. And believe it or not, last year's iPhone, the 16e, didn't have MagSafe. That's why users were asking Apple for it, and they listened. So it's great news, the iPhone 17e is compatible with MagSafe. Now, regarding the camera, it's a single camera, but it's a dual camera, meaning it's a 2-in-1 camera. It allows you to have a 2x telephoto lens with that same camera. And you can take photos up to 48 megapixels. And it has technology to recognize people, dogs, cats, and objects, so your photos come out amazing and focus on the subject. Also, the new iPhone 17e lets you record in up to 4K Dolby Vision at 60 frames per second, so your videos look amazing. The truth is, for the price it has, it packs a lot of power. And by the way, in some previous videos, I left you a link with a promo where if you apply for a card and get approved, they'll give you up to 40 or 45,000 pesos in cashback. And well, with this, you can buy this iPhone or any other one. This is not a paid mention, but I saw the promo and wanted to share it with you. I'll leave the link down below in the description in case you want to apply. But anyway, let's get back to the iPhone 17e. If you already follow me, you'll know that Apple is focusing a lot on artificial intelligence, on Apple Intelligence, but it requires a lot of power. And that's why they're putting so much power even into the entry-level iPhones. Now, the big news is that it's going to have the same price. In the United States, it starts at $599, and in Mexico, this iPhone starts at $14,999. It's great news that they're keeping the same price, but the best news of all is that they doubled it. The base model now has a capacity of 256 gigs, and you can buy it with up to 512 gigs of storage if you want to be one of the first to have it. The new iPhone 17e is available for pre-order on March 4th, and you'll be able to find it in stores starting March 11th. That's pretty much everything about the iPhone 17e, straight to the point. But don't go anywhere, because now I'm going to tell you everything about the new iPad Air, which Apple also introduced today. I'm not going to go into too much detail here because the main new thing about this iPad is basically the M4 chip. So does that mean the iPad Air is now more powerful? And in terms of design, it's pretty much the same. We have the 11-inch model and the 13-inch model. Another great piece of news is that it's exactly the same price as last year. The main difference is that this year it's much faster and more powerful than last year's. Because as you know, Apple is focusing a lot on their content creation apps like Final Cut, for example. Apple wants you to be able to run all these apps and all their new features on devices that support them and on really powerful devices. And that's why we're not seeing so many physical changes, or rather, we don't see any visible physical changes, and instead the changes are internal. And that's why another change we see is that the memory increases by 50% to 12 gigabytes. And what Apple wants is for you to be able to run all the main AI functions with this M4 chip. We also see connectivity updates thanks to the fact that this iPad comes with the N1 and C1X chips. Therefore, you'll have Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, and better connectivity to connect to the cellular network. Because this iPad is compatible with 5G, so you can browse super fast. If you like having an eSIM in this iPad, because this iPad is compatible with eSIM, then in summary, a lot more power, but the same design, and the same with the iPhone 17e. Tell me, what's your favorite feature? Write to me. My favorite feature of the iPhone 17e is this, or my favorite feature of the new iPad Air is this. I'm interested in reading your comments. You know, we interact a lot more over there, my friends. Now, if you already know everything about the new products Apple introduced today, they're going to be introducing more throughout the week. That's right. So Don't forget to follow me on all my social media. Don't forget to follow me here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Because in a few days, I'll probably be doing the unboxing of the iPhone 17e. So if you want to be one of the first, you already know. I'll see you in my next video. I'm Andres Neshudo. Big hug to everyone. Goodbye.